Where Winds Meet is a game where you can level up very quickly, and if you're not paying attention to all of the things that you can upgrade with your character as you level up, you can actually nerf yourself pretty dramatically and really struggle in combat. So on this video, I just want to go over the things that you should absolutely be upgrading as you level up your character so you don't find yourself in a really bad situation. Now, the most important thing you should be doing, at least in my opinion, is actually the most hidden feature, and that is enhancing your gear. So the way that you do that is you go to your bag, and then go to the gear tab and select any piece of gear. Once you have one selected, you can press square for more, and you'll get this list, and in this list, you should see Enhance. Clicking that will take you to the Enhance menu. Now here, you can upgrade the stats on all of your equipment slots. This is not for specific pieces of gear. This is upgrades on the slot itself. So anything you put in there will get these upgrades. So you want to take these as high as you possibly can. They're very good upgrades. It'll give you more HP, more physical defense. It'll increase your max and minimum physical attack. It's all really good stuff in here. Now, each of these upgrades will cost you oscillating jade. You'll get this from just about doing anything in the game, but if you happen to be running low, you can also buy this in the season store. I'll show you where that is in a bit. But then, usually you just need coin, and then something like coarse fur. You get this from hunting. Sometimes you'll need bear hides. Sometimes you'll need ore, which you can find just out in the world. And then for the weapons, you'll need something a little rarer. In this case, if we want to go up to enhancement level 4, we'll need lethal crystals. Now, if you ever don't know where this stuff is, you can just select it here in the list, then hit more, and then you can just select this option here, like gather lethal crystal, and it'll show you on the map exactly where you can get them. So there shouldn't be any mystery as to how to get these upgrades. Just go where it tells you and pick up the stuff and get these enhancement slots upgraded because it's a huge deal. Also, I said I was going to talk about the seasonal store. If you want to get to the seasonal store, you can go here to season shop, and here you can buy oscillating jade with jade fish, which you'll get a ton of jade fish from doing just about anything. So you should have plenty of jade fish if you need to buy some oscillating jade. So the next thing we want to keep on top of is upgrading our martial arts. Our martial arts are going to be a large portion of our damage, so it's very important we keep those upgraded as we level up. So the way that you do that is by going back to the menu, go to Develop, and you'll want to be on the Abilities tab. And here you'll want to pick the weapon with the martial arts you want to upgrade. So in this case, we'll just pick a weapon I'm not using, the Stormbreaker Spear. We'll press square, and every level that we upgrade here will increase the damage of all of the skills of that weapon. And the current maximum is level 20. Once you hit the max level, you'll then need to do a breakthrough to gain access to more levels. But when you do a breakthrough on a martial arts, it actually gives you other bonuses as well. So let me show you an example of that. We'll go to our Nameless Sword. We can do a breakthrough here from tier 2 to tier 3, and it'll give us some martial arts talents as well as an upgrade. So it's more than just increasing the damage of your skills for this weapon. You get some other nice bonuses as well. So you definitely want to be keeping this upgraded. Now, as usual, there's going to be a cost. If you don't know where to get any of these things, you can always select them, hit more, and then select the option here that you're curious about on how to obtain these things. So in this case, there's two very specific enemies that will drop these Scarlet Flame ointments. And then you'll usually need these, I'll call them manuals. And the best place to get these manuals is actually going to be back in the season shop. So in that particular example, we need Bellstrike Splendor Tips. If we go back to the season shop, you can see right here, they have these martial arts custom tips chests that you can buy. And if you buy one of these chests, inside of them, we'll have all of the various tip manuals that you need. So in this case, there's the Bellstrike Splendor Tips. And it's not random. You get to choose the one that you want. Now, keep in mind, there is a weekly stock. So you can see you can only buy 15 of these a week. So you really should be buying all that you can if you're planning to level up quickly, because you don't want to be like time gated with this. So if you have the resources, which you should, Jadefish are easy, you should just buy all of these every week so you don't you know, you don't run into a situation where you have to wait. That would be bad. Okay, so once you've taken care of your martial arts upgrades, you should probably worry about your mystic skills. I wouldn't call this the third most important thing to upgrade, but it's in the same menu, so it's easy to remember. Just go back to develop, go to your mystic skills, and whatever mystic skills you use, you can select it, press square to upgrade, and you can upgrade this for Ebon Iron to increase the ranks and make these a little bit better. Every little bit helps. Okay, the next thing you'll want to make sure you don't have any of are talent points. You get talent points whenever you level up, and you'll want to make sure you have spent all of them. So just go back to the develop menu, go to the talents tab, and make sure you don't have any points here. If you do, spend them. The options are pretty self-explanatory, and they're pretty linear, so there's not a whole lot of room to branch out. If you are early game, though, just make sure that you pick up, this skill right here. The Surging Meridian Guarding Key Core, Guarding Chi Core rather. This is amazing. It'll save you so many times. You want this. Now, one thing that's really easy to overlook, but is very, very important to do, is turning in your oddities and getting the skills in the oddities skill tree. So if you don't know what oddities are, you actually get one right after the introduction of the game. When you're walking down the road with Ruby, you harvest a poison flower. That is an oddity. Then you unlock the oddities by helping Chi Shang. Now, it is possible to have just walked past them, so you could have missed it. But if you don't know where that is, it's right here between the bamboo abode and the general shrine. This guy will need some help. You help him out. He then has you go harvest a beehive, which is another type of oddity. And there's other oddities in the game as well. Bugs and other things that you can collect. And whenever you get oddities, you bring them to him. And you can unlock skills in this oddity skill tree. It's called the Melodies of Peace. And there's some good stuff in here. There's HP upgrades. There's defense increases. There's endurance increases. There's new skills, movement skills, all sorts of very useful things that you absolutely want. And if you're ever looking for oddities, you can go to your journal. Go to Sentient Beings, select any region, like Heaven's Pier, for example, and it'll tell you how many oddities are in that region. Now, it won't tell you where they are, but the regions aren't super big, so if you just go there and you explore, you should be able to at least find some of them, and of course, you could always look up a guide if you're in a hurry. But yeah, definitely make sure you're bringing those oddities here and getting those upgrades. That is, I would say, the second most important thing, or maybe like on par with upgrading your martial arts. It's very important that you're doing that. Okay, so the final thing you'll want to make sure you're doing is turning in your medicinal tails at the Evercare Clinic to upgrade your medicine chest. It'll upgrade how much medicine you can carry and how potent it is. If you don't know where the Evercare Clinic is, it's right here on the map in Stillshore. But if you did the main quest, it'll bring you here. So you've probably been here before, but if you've been avoiding the main quest, you might not know this is here. But definitely come here, talk to this lady. You can turn in your medicinal tails, and that'll give you various upgrades, which are very, very useful. And you can see I've been slacking on this character. I can get some upgrades right now, but I'll do that off video. So yeah, that's everything you should be doing as you level up, and that'll make sure that you stay nice and strong and you don't nerf yourself and put yourself in a bad situation. So definitely make sure you're focusing on these things. It's very important. And yeah, hope this was helpful to all of you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.